Alright, we are back with Metroid Prime Pinball. What if Metroid Prime was pinball? We're gonna find out. So, obviously regulars are familiar with this site because I speedrun this game sometimes. What's new in options? There are new options. Hang on, bring that back. What do you mean, new options? Expert mode? What the heck? I didn't know this game had an expert mode. Interesting. Well, I guess I'm gonna do a regular run, and then I'm gonna turn expert mode on and see what that does. So we're gonna do a good old multi-mission. So starting off, we have a choice between two starting locations. We can either go to the pirate frigate Orpheon, or to Talon Overworld. So let's go to the pirate frigate first, since that's the proper order of things. So as you can see, we got Samus in morph ball form as our pinball. Really just bouncing all about. We can drop morph ball bombs on the field to affect various things. And then on each stage, there's various missions that we can do. If I can land in that spot with like the hologram of the space pirate, that'll activate a mission that we can do. And for completing missions, we get rewarded with one of the 12 artifacts. And I immediately screwed that one up. This part is ironically not a good representation of Metroid Prime, because at no point in Metroid Prime 1 do you do a wall jump off of 2 consecutive walls. I guess that's one of the elements that snuck in from other Troid games, and not necessarily this one. Space Pirate Panic. Also, the Samus ball has 8 health points. Ooh, I have a Discord message. What is this? Twitch is acting weird, said the broadcast ended for a bit. Ah. That's unfortunate. But we are still live. We are still going. We're pinball.
Phone multi-ball.
It's weird, you could still hear me, but that is strange. We will see what it looks like in the VODs. Hopefully it's not super weird.
Get the super jackpot.
Get the super jackpot. Oh, dang it. I could not get the super jackpot. saved it.
Garrison. Mode. Level 1.
Ah, couldn't grab that guy. Close. Oh, more parasites coming in.
Hurry up. Activated.
Okay. Hurry up, activate it. Don't think that's gonna happen.
Hurry up.
Oh, I actually got it. I didn't get the artifact because I wasn't fast enough, but I got the switches. So. Oh, stop making new guys show up. I need you to do the opposite of that. Okay, just one guy left. I got this. I have 12 seconds to kill this one guy. Oh my goodness, I'm so washed. You can see the reason why I usually play on Talon Overworld and not Frigga Orpheon as my starting room. Okay. Combat ready. The Shriek Bat Shootout. Which I don't actually think there are any Shriek Bats on this space pirate ship. Maybe there's some in like the storage chambers in the beginning, I don't remember. I don't think you fight any on here. Cow percent. If the cow does roll by in this, that would be pretty nice. I didn't see it there, but it is always possible it could have happened.
Destination.
Okay, well we're moving on to the Talon Overworld.
Talon Overworld. Level 1. Final boss. Luck is lit.
Which we got. Samus's gunship. We got the rainstorms. Although it's weird that the rainstorms are like periodic when they're all the time on the actual Talon Overworld. But I guess the rain effect, maybe they were worried it would be like annoying if it was raining the whole time in a pinball game. I don't know. Which, like, might be right, honestly. I love this lo-fi DS remix of the Talon Overworld songs. Which, speaking of the music, I forgot to bring it up, but it's my favorite fun fact, is that on the Frigate Orpheon, it has that, like, rockin' electric guitar mix of, like, the Samus Aran theme that they stole for Super Smash Bros. Brawl and just added a guy talking over it and claimed it was a Brawl original song. It's so weird, yeah. Samus is under fire. She has sent an emergency directive. Join the fight.
Get the super jackpot. Super jackpot.
But yeah, this game came out in like 2005, I think. So before Brawl, because Brawl was like 2008.
Isn't it?
Hey, let's go. We got it. We hurried up. I mean that artifact.
Less.
I'm having a blast with these beetles. You know, this is another thing I never thought about. What weapon is Samus shooting in Metroid Prime? This is not any of her beams. This is like a weird, like, green rapid fire laser. That's not anything that she does in Metroid Prime. Her beams are yellow, white, purple, and red. What beam is that supposed to be? This game is not as authentic a Prime as you would think. I mean, it is very authentic. For a pinball game, it's very good adaptation of the source material, but there are just like a couple of things that are like, hang on a second, that ain't right. The lemon lime beam. That's a pretty good one. We got the Phazon multi-ball. With the blue and the red Phazon, which is, spoilers, the only other game in the Prime series that actually differentiates the blue and red Phazon. Every other game after this only has the blue Phazon. They were basically retconned out the red Phazon because the blue was more iconic. We changed our beam color for quality of life.
Complete. Mistake. Artifact collected. Level 1.
We got the Metroid Mania, which sounds like a lot of things, but it definitely does not sound like any genre names that I'm aware of.
Completed.
That was a bit dicey, but we made it.
Scanning.
Oh, that's helpful. Glad I picked that. Give me that artifact. They wrote a book about it. I saw an RM link to that book, and it just makes me see that is the genre name. They put that on the spine of their book, and they were like, "Yep, what a normal thing to write and publish." Like, when you're writing a book about the formation of the genre, including how it existed before Metroid and Castlevania, I feel like it is almost your duty to call it something else, right? Like, you can't be calling it that. This is like a scholarly paper. Don't freaking call it that. Just call it anything else. Search action, exploration, Metroid-like. Just call it anything. Don't call it a freaking Metroidvania.
Hurry up, activated. Hurry up, awarded. Discussion selected. Code complete.
blame that one game reviewer who thought he was funny when reviewing Castlevania. Yeah.
Session connected. Right. 2. Enter 5.
Since we completed all the missions in this area without screwing up any of them, we also get this Phazon Frenzy bonus, which you can't lose. It just lasts for a minute, and you collect as much Phazon as you can, which really seems antithetical to what you should be doing, unless Samus is like LARPing as a space pirate in this challenge, I guess.
Extra goal located.
But, you know, really don't think we should be collecting all these, like, their little delicious gummy pellets. These kind of are highly radioactive, mutagenic ooze. Not ideal, for certain.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Load complete. Bomb. Session connected. Select destination.
Imagine if you took damage in a pinball game from Phazon. I mean, they could do it. Anyways, something funny. So you know how I was talking about how in Metroid Prime there's nothing in Magmore Caverns? That's so true that when they were adapting it for a pinball, they didn't... They took it out of the campaign because there was nothing to do there. They couldn't make a board out of it. So we're going to Phendrana Drifts directly.
Phendrana drifts. Level 9. Force field.
Although I am lying a little bit. Technically, technically Magmore Caverns is in this game. It's a board, yeah, it's exclusive to the multiplayer, which is very funny. That's even like a thing. Like that this game even has a multiplayer mode to begin with, and also that there's a multiplayer exclusive board, and it's Magmore Caverns. Very funny. Oh.
Bonus.
Dang Triclops, get these guys out of here. This game is why Triclops are my biggest nemesis. I don't even think Triclops live in Phendrana. Who let them in here?
Scanning. Bounty multiplier.
I also think it's funny that Sardis is guarding the power bomb item. It's one of those things that's like very definitely not the case in the normal.
Artifact collected. Select destination.
And now we're heading to the Phazon Mines,
Phazon mines.
where we're going to unlock the missiles. Which is definitely not where they are normal. Imagine how impossible the game would be if you didn't unlock missiles until the freaking Phazon Mines. Get these guys out of here. Oh no! It's gonna force me into combat with these idiots. I wanted to save combat when the boss would show up. Dang it.
So acquired.
At least you don't need to unlock more fall. True.
Located.
An idea? What's your idea? Open world pinball game. I'm not sure that would... I don't think that would work. I think the closest you could get to an open world pinball game is probably Yoshi's Island Express. Alright, I'm hearing you out. What if they stuck a desert between the tables? Ooh, you know, you might be onto something, actually. In between each actual board of pinball, you have to hit like 100 flippers in a row for a giant, really tall desert table. That's not fun. And the only thing to do is to smash into green crystals.
All artifacts collected. Select destination.
Alright, we got all our artifacts. Time to go to the artifact temple.
Artifact temple. Level 1.
And just like in the real game, Samus gets sealed within the temple, and all the artifacts turn into balls that Meta Ridley is trying to destroy before they can lock into the sockets. Down to just one. Wait, why did that die? Well, why did that ball die? It was in the socket. What the hell I got wrong?
Select destination.
What? Why did that happen? Okay. That's not supposed to happen. My other ball was still alive. I'm glad this isn't a speed run. I'd be pissed off if that happened on a good run.
Garrison. Level 1.
Did Ridley, like, explode that ball on the same frame that it went down the drain, so it, like, redacted 2 from my number or something? That's my best guess on what the heck just happened. Nope.
Failed.
I'm dead.
Bonus. Mission over.
Well, that's...
Well played.
I got a record though, so. Not bad. Alright, let's try that again. This time with less getting obliterated by Frigate Orpheon right at the start of the run. I really am just not good at that map at all.
Strikers. Level 1. Skin.
Big points.
Complete.
Got him. Pin ball. Pin and might I add ball.
Metroid. Menu. Level 1.
Ah, dang it.
30 bonus.
Bounced off the droid.
Hurry up. Activated.
Let me activate this. Ow.
Scan.
Ow. The game juggled me so I couldn't try to do the thing. It's annoying. So the thing that activates hurry up is there are little triangles at like the bottoms of like the ramps on the top screen that light up when you like bump into the edges there. And when all 6 of those yellow triangles are lit up, that's what activates hurry up mode. And then on hurry up mode, you need to shoot up that ramp there that Samus is shooting into really fast. And if you do it before the points start counting down from 50,000, you get an artifact. And if not, then you just get however many points are on screen. And if you take too long to do it, eventually just like stop that. Did I grow up with this game or play it before Prime? I did not. I played the regular Prime games first. I bought this game at a convention a couple years ago in like, I think 2017, 2018. I went to a convention and this game was on sale there. And I was like, you know what? I like pinball games. I like Metroid Prime. Let me buy Metroid Prime. If I remember correctly, that seller had both Metroid Prime Pinball and Metroid Prime Hunters for sale, and this game cost more, which was very funny to me at the time, and it is still funny to me because that implies that this is the better game than Hunters, which I don't know that for sure. I've never played Hunters, but I am inclined to agree with that assessment based on my vague knowledge of Metroid Prime Hunters.
Level 1. Combo.
A couple of years ago, whatever. It was a time ago.
Combo.
I don't remember exactly when I bought it. The thing is, I go to that convention basically every year, so it was a year I went to that convention, so anytime between like 2016 and present. And it was more while ago than recent. I'm excited to play on this. I have no idea what that game is gonna be like, really. I've seen gameplay of it like maybe twice ever.
5, 4, 3, 2,
No, I'm not gonna get it.
4, 3,
Oh, I'm maybe gonna get it.
1.
No, I'm not gonna get it. Dang. And then, of course, right as it ends, I've hit the line that I needed. Can't believe you bought and finished that game in full. From what I have heard, it is very repetitive.
Level 2.
Yeah, I guess 2017 is quite a while. Sometime. should know because you picked back up streaming. What? That's awesome. I think I tried doing a bit of live streaming in 2017, but I did not really do very much, if I remember right. Ouch.
Complete. Combo.
I know back in like November or so, I went back through all of my old VODs and dated them and organized them in chronological order on my YouTube playlist because they all were getting like killed off Twitch a while ago, and when that was happening I like downloaded a bunch of them on my computer, and then back in like November or so, it's like I should probably like upload these somewhere. And so I uploaded them all to my YouTube channel. I made them all unlisted so that people wouldn't wake up who were subscribed to me and be like, why the fuck were there like 50 uploads last night that are all like 3 hours long or more? I do wish that YouTube had a way to make videos public without putting them into, like, sub-feed. Like, I wish I had a way where it's like, I could say like, oh, this is a video from, like, this time, and it's like, it will show up if you search it. Like, it will show up in search results, but it won't, like, show up in subscription feed. But unfortunately that is not really a thing. So all of my old VODs are unlisted, and you can only find them if you just go to my channel and look at the playlists, which is insane. But at least as of since then, all of my VODs are now public that have happened since that point. Because I upload them all as they come out. Yeah, it's weird. Ah. Like, there's probably reasons why they don't let you do that. It probably could be misused by bad actors to be like, oh yeah, I always had this video here. I definitely uploaded it in like 2016 and not 3 days ago. Because like this, they really have no way of like proving a date for a video.
Vendrana drifts. Level 1.
So it makes sense that they only let you upload in the present, but in my specific case, it would be useful if I could upload them and have them be like not at the front of the YouTube timeline. So on Stardust's stage, there's a little mini game you can do to try to get an artifact by hitting these artifacts, these glowy icicles. And if you hit enough of them, an artifact will spawn.
Scanning.
And every once in a while they like randomly switch which one is blinking.
Ready.
I think it's anytime you like go through these tubes on the side it changes, and then it might also change over time, I'm not sure. Let's see, I think that's like 3 glowy crystals we've hit now. All the other ones activate a force field. This one, yeah, okay. On 4 of them they give you an artifact. I only have what? I only have 6 artifacts right now. Oh. And I might be dead.
Mission over.
I'm doing horrible. I'm out of practice, clearly. I'm also talking way more than I usually do when I'm speedrunning, which is probably half the reason why I'm stinking. Like usually when I'm speedrunning, I'm more like locked in. I got music playing. I'm focusing on the movement. But this time I'm trying to, you know, make conversation and be chatty and explain things. The let's play curse, as they say back in the day, where you wouldn't think that talking while playing a video game makes you way worse at it, but it is commonly the case. It's very funny. Need a co-commentator for Quiet. I would love to have co-commentators on more often, but the problem is just that, like, my friends have their own stuff to be doing, and I don't want to be, like, bothering them all the time.
Scanning. Ready. Fatal blast. Level 1.
But I do love whenever I get to have a friend on stream. The stream from last Wednesday, I don't know who in chat caught that one, but that one was very fun. The April Fool's stream of the Grains Done Quick, that one was a blast. Like, you guys could not hear me. I was muted the entire stream, but that was a really fun time having my friends on and just giving them like free space to just yap about whatever while I did the Minecraft bit. Thought Let's Play Curse was easy parts you end up failing hard stuff you do first try. That might be it. I might be confusing it with something else. That's, now that you say that, that sounds good. You love the UI, thank you. That UI is probably... I don't even know. Is it my favorite part? Like, can I just say all of it was my favorite part? But making that UI was so fun. I just like threw every horrible design decision together that I could like think of, and then also added a bunch of like moving parts to make it more obnoxious. It was very fun. The shaping came together first in like the blue and purple like pulse background, and then after that the immediate first thing I added to it was the Metaton ratings gift. I feel like that really just like set the tone for the rest of it at that point. And then I had the Grains Done Quick logo, which I made, which is an edit of the Info Grains logo. Which Linda spun into making the bit be that they only stream Infogrames titles, which Minecraft for some reason counted as, which is really funny to me. And then I had the $1 William bill with the Jack Garland Chaos face on it as the donation total. The timer being wrong. Okay, I actually need to talk about this. The timer being wrong happened by accident. So the thing is that the original joke was that I wouldn't start the timer until a little bit later because it would be like, oh, you know, we're messing with the credibility. Like, oh, she forgot to turn on the timer properly at the start. But the thing is that my live split timer, the keybind currently is set to activate and stop splits when I hit Control and Space at the same time, which is set up that way so that I can easily do it when playing this game specifically. It's something I can easily hit with my hand on the keyboard, but I won't hit by accident. But in Minecraft, Control is the key you hold down to run fast, and Space is the jump button, which you press when you want to run even faster while already sprinting, which meant that I accidentally created a setup where I was constantly starting, stopping, and resetting the timer throughout the entire thing. And I didn't even realize that this was the case until like 20 minutes in. I looked at the screen, I was like, hang on, surely it hasn't been going for that short of a time, right? And then it hit me that every single time I was doing a sprint jump in Minecraft, it was messing with the timer. It's so freaking funny. It was completely by accident that it happened. Yeah, it was perfect. It added perfectly into the improv, but that was completely by accident, which is so funny to me. But yeah, as a result, the like hour-long run ended up having a final time of like 5 minutes and 40 seconds because the timer kept getting reset. It was very funny. But yeah, for anyone who did not catch that stream live, I highly encourage going back and watching the recording of it on my YouTube because it was so fun. It was so goofy. I had a blast doing that. If you would believe, I actually didn't realize that my stream was going to fall on April Fool's Day until March 30th. In like the night of March 30th, I was like, because I wrote in like, oh, next stream, because I update that every time to say like when the next stream is on the end screen, and I typed in, I like looked at the calendar, I was like, oh, my next stream is on April 1st. Wait, hang on, wait a minute. And I was like, oh my god, I did not prepare anything. I need to do an April Fool's stream though, right? So I spent basically all of the 31st brainstorming ideas of what to do for that, and put that together. It was very fun. I love April Fool's Day. There are many haters in the modern era, and justifiably so, because some April Fool's pranks are the annoying kind and not the funny kind. But I love April Fool's Day, and I am so glad that it happened to fall on a Wednesday this year, so that I had an excuse to do that. So funny. Damn it. Speaking of stream days randomly falling on holidays, you may notice I'm wearing a little badge today. That is because today is International Asexuality Day, which I didn't even realize until like 3 p.m. today when I saw a post about it. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I wanted to slap that on there on the avatar in honor of the day. Gotta get that representation out there. I was gonna joke that I'm the third asexual YouTuber I know, but that's not even true because I was forgetting one. There are 4 that I know of, including myself. Shoutouts to Rin Penrose and Gigi Murin and Jaden Animations.
Ready.
Although I have heard that I think Jaden might have stopped doing VTuber stuff. But with like a cheeky wink at the end of that sentence. Those who know, winky face.
Ready. Blast. Level 2. Complete.
on the topic of the Ace VTubers though, I do think it is funny that Gigi Maroon and Rin Penrose share the same artist. If I ever get like scouted for like a big VTuber corporation, I want to have my model drawn by that same artist, both because I think that that artist does good work, but also because I think it would be very funny to have like a really weird connection there. Typecast that person as the person who does art for Ace VTubers.
Yeah. Metroid, level 1.
What have you guys been doing lately? Any exciting news out there in the world? I got some exciting news recently. I got my tax my tax results came back, I guess. And I'm apparently getting a thick tax refund this year, which is quite exciting. God damn it. Which is like, the thing about tax refunds is like, technically it's getting back money that you shouldn't have paid in the first place, but it is awesome to be like, it feels more like you're just getting paid money for nothing, which is awesome. Grinded Dragon Quest IX in the morning, that's... I really do enjoy Dragon Quest IX. It's an old classic. Well, the thing about it is that that's correct that I did not have a job last year, but their tuition money for uni is it's like tax deductible or something. I don't know. There's something about it. 1099T or whatever. Something like that. School something, but about university and taxes, and I get money out of it as well. I am not a tax expert, even a little bit. I am good at math, I am not a finance person in the slightest. I hate filling out forms and doing paperwork. They're one of my least favorite. So, yeah, it's basically like a school refund. Yeah, free money, pretty much. That's really the moral of the story. Free money, which is awesome. Which, you know, probably will majority go into savings or food budget, but I might splurge a little and buy some nice things for myself. Like recently, I've been like doing window shopping of like online storefronts and like looking at fashion and being like minorly depressed at how expensive clothes are. But now that I am getting a bunch of free money, maybe I don't have to be as depressed.
30 seconds. Mission over.
Also, I'm being so bad at. Or you could buy Gogurt. I don't think I will do that. Maybe I'll buy a box of Gogurt. I certainly don't think I will be buying like triple digits worth of Gogurt. But you know, I might buy some nice new outfits. I've been looking into some new fashion directions that I haven't really experimented with, but I think they'd be fun and so we'll see how that goes. Still never bought anything with birthday money. I guess that is something that's like. I also have my birthday in like a month and a half. So I don't want to like buy too many things because I always struggle when my birthday or Christmas does come along and I have to like come up with a bunch of worldly desires. It's like anytime it's like gifting season, I'm always like, oh shit, I'm a monk, I'm an ascetic. There's nothing that I want in life. I'm satisfied with everything.
Complete.
And then the worst part about it is that I finally scrape up some present ideas, and then all my friends whom I love dearly do this thing where they buy a bunch of stuff, and it's like you really could just buy one item off the list. And then I also have like 5 family members who are also getting me things, and it's like, how am I supposed to fill up this whole thing if you keep stealing? How am I supposed to come up with all these objects? It's like, usually I use what doesn't get bought last time as like a foundation for the list the next time, but the things on my Christmas list that didn't get bought, there's like 2 of them, and then I think both of them are not even on sale anymore. So like, I literally have nothing. I gotta just really dig deep and find some shit for them to buy for me. I think I might lock in on like tech upgrades this year because my did you hear what happened to the music there for a second? That was
Complete.
one of the like audio channels like disappeared for a sec. That was strange. Anyway, as I was saying, some of my tech is getting a bit iffy. My headset sometimes is like acting strange. Like, it has like a volume dial on it, and sometimes if the dial gets like turned to certain degrees, it will like cut out audio in the left earbud, which is strange. And then also, my computer mouse is mostly fine, but it does have a semi-persistent issue that happens, where sometimes if I'm holding down the left mouse click button, it will sometimes like lose for like a split second and then go back to holding, which is like most of the time not an issue, but it is sometimes an issue if I'm doing like art and I want to make like one continuous stroke, or if I'm like selecting a really big box, because it will break that stroke or that box partway through if it like loses grab. And ideally I would just buy an exact copy of this mouse that I currently own, but the company that sells these doesn't make them anymore, unfortunately. So I would have to get a new model, which I'm not super psyched for. My phone also at this point is quite a relic, and it does go very slow. So that's also like an avenue that probably could be upgraded at this point. I hate modern phones. I don't like. I'm gonna be real. I don't really like them that much. I don't like apps. Destroy all apps, but I'm like it's running low on storage space, and it runs really slowly, and the battery life is not really good, so it might not be a bad idea to just buy a cheap like Samsung something or other just to replace it. Your issue with tech is most people buy gifts for you know way less about it than you do. Yeah, I can definitely see that. A lot of the time with tech stuff, if I ask like, oh, I want a new headset, I will usually like, or I want a new mouse, I will just link directly to the one that I want, so that I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Big points. Yeah. Headset upgrade. I might split it into headphones and a separate like microphone, because some of my friends who are audiophilic criticize me for using a headset microphone, and rightfully so, because they are kind of low quality. But I just generally I prefer the convenience of a headset microphone, especially because my desk space is like very cramped. I don't know where I would even shove in a mic stand, but I could maybe make room for one, probably. But that's something that I probably could go for upgrading, is getting better audio quality, both for listening and for recording. Like, my current microphone is not terrible, but it also could certainly be a lot better than it is. Ah, dang it. I wanted the super jackpot. But I didn't get it.
Select destination.
Instead, we're leaving. Yeah, the state of buying a PC is fucked right now. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Speaking of PCs being fucked, can we all offer up a web prayer to Sturm's computer situation that it hopefully gets resolved quickly and efficiently, and so that he can like have online life again? I feel so fucking sorry. I feel so bad for him, because he's in like such a horrible like death loop with his laptop right now. So please offer up a digital prayer for that man. I miss my friend. I miss playing video games with my friend.
Force field.
Hello, Triclops. Don't mind me. Just passing on through. It does not appear that I have dropped any frames, so it might just be a latency. There we go. That might be a result of the weirdness when I was switching games. I don't know.
Select destination.
But it's fine.
Phase on. Mines.
Talking in
Level
slightly
one.
less real time is not that big a deal.
Missile acquired.
Go. And for the artifact in this area, the Phazon Mines, you have to like spin the little loopy up here above the pirate boss however many times. I think it's like 4 or 5 times until it shows up. I've honestly never counted. I just do it until it shows up. The exact number has never mattered to me. Oh god dang it. I'm doing so horrible at pinball. I have to keep coming up with more conversation topics because I'm getting bad at pinball. This is really testing my abilities. I do wish it was possible for me to do... How do I feel about Dalmatians? I have no thoughts at all about them. They exist. I do wish I could stream my gameplay from my hardware real Nintendo DS and not this one. Because I am way better at this game with the actual DS hardware than I am on emulator. It just makes way more sense on actual hardware. It is so much easier to play. Dalmatians, they may exist. I don't know. I haven't seen any proof. I'll believe it when I see it, and I haven't seen it, so I don't think they're real. I'm gonna make a bold claim. I don't think they're real. Yeah, I have like no idea how like DS and 3DS capture works. Like I know they need like specialized hardware. Which, you know, not really something I have accessible, you know. I'm doing things mostly on the cheap, on the download. I've almost completed phase on the if I can get these red and green, like, why did I say green? These red and blue four sphere square things of each color. I can finish this bonus quest, which is something that I like almost never do. Phase on multi-ball is like so difficult. Alright, halfway. No! Ah, come on. The freaking metroids blocked my ball.
Hurry up, awarded.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna have it. And I don't even get the hurry up bonus. You're joking. Come on, that was definitely in time. Roll back the tape. That was definitely in time.
Scan.
I swear. I was robbed. I was twice times robbed that right there. Get these droids out of my face, man. I'm PO'd. I need to get my wall jump ready. That's what it's about right there. Delfino Customs used to be someone good, but I don't know if it's still around. You basically just need a guy. I was robotic operating buddy Rob. Yeah. Like, I have a second Nintendo DS and 3DS that I could send in for like capture card augmentation if I knew a guy and had the money and resources to do that, but like I don't have that. And I probably won't have that. Like it would be nice, but like emulators work well enough for most cases that I don't really think I would want to bother putting in the effort. I had a guy, but now I don't. You are not the guy. You're not capable of being the guy. I had a guy, but now I don't. You are not the guy. I don't have a very good Mike Urban trout. I feel like he's a tough voice to do. Compared to like other Breaking Bad characters, I feel like Mike Urban trout is a tough one.
Complete. Total glass. Level 2.
If you have a Wii U, it's better looking and finding a way to put DS games on there. That's pretty true, honestly. I do have a Wii U. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what you did for Phantom Hourglass, right?
Completed. Select destination.
Just wish you had bought Spirit Tracks and Guardians. Yeah.
Andrada drifts. Level selected.
Power bomb. Bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough roots. Oh, I definitely hit that. Oh, what? What even just happened there? What bounced me down? I'm gonna have to watch an instant replay of that one. That was crazy. get this Triclops added. Ow. Oh, I used the power bomb and it didn't hit Artist. That's annoying. But I got another refill, I guess. And I got my artifact created. Blow up. The one disadvantage of playing the game on Wii U is that you didn't get to hear the save song in Pokemon Ranger. That's the best part of the game. Not really. But it is funny that they wrote like a whole extension to the save theme, playing around the knowledge that the Nintendo DS hardware takes forever to save data, and then the Wii U version, because it is running on Wii U hardware, it saves the game in like 1 second, and you don't ever get to hear that extended version.
Artifact collected. Select destination. Phazon Mines level 1.
Banjo was the same way. It is very interesting whenever like games get designed around technical limitations, and then when you put them on modern hardware, it like accidentally fucks stuff up because it's like too good.
Artifact located. Artifact collected.
Like, some of the early Toho games, because they were developed for like 2002 PCs, have uncapped FPS by default. So if you try to run them on a modern PC, they move at like 10 times speed, and it's like unplayable and really funny, but unplayable. So in order to like actually play them, you need to use a fan-made mod that locks them at 60 FPS so that they don't like explode. Some early versions ported to modern consoles had the intro completely desync with the music so it's around lag. Yeah, that sort of stuff is like really fascinating. Or also, there's one, I know the Super Nintendo had like a unique aspect ratio. It was like 8:7 instead of 4:3. And but it would usually get stretched to 4:3 on CRTs because that was the shape that they were. And so some artists accounted for this stretch, and others didn't, and just did their pixel art assuming it would be pixel perfect. So there's some things like, I know there's a scene in like Chrono Trigger, I think it's at like Magazine Tower, where you see like the moon in the background, which they drew it thin to account for it getting stretched wide. So if you play that game on like modern emulation with like pixel perfect settings and the proper aspect ratio, it looks like really weird. It looks like it got crunched. But then on the inverse, there are games where like it looks so much better in pixel perfect 8:7 because they didn't account for that. Like Super Metroid is like that, where like Samus's morph ball is a proper circle if you're on pixel perfect emulation, but in 4:3 stretched it is more like a morph oval, a morph egg instead.
Fail.
Dang.
30 bonus. Rock.
Yeah, that's a hot button topic these days. Well, not a hot button topic. It's a popular topic these days, or at least like a couple of years ago. It was a very popular video game complainer topic to be like, oh, graphics these days don't look the same because they're not on CRT anymore. And then they'd always show the same like 3 sprite comparisons. It would always be like Mario RPG, and then like FF7, and then like a like super highlight or something. And I'll be honest, I think the case is made up. There are maybe a couple instances where the CRT interlacing genuinely looks objectively better, but a lot of it is up to taste side. Like, I think the FF7 portraits look equally good in the HD graphic as they do on the CRT.
Mission over.
I'm so bad at pinball when I'm trying to talk about other stuff. We're going to the pirate frigate. We're shaking things up.
Frigate. Level 1. Whistler.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing where like on CRT the graphics are like less detailed in how they're shown, so it like blurs some things, which can like sort of it makes your brain fill in the gaps. It's like it's not actually adding new detail, it's ironically it is omitting detail through like the scan lines, and your brain fills it in and makes it look better than it would if you saw the whole picture regular. But I really think that it is simply a matter of choice. And I also think that a lot of the people who are making those arguments are old people who want something to complain about and to point to and be like, oh, things aren't the same as when I was young. Oh dearie me. The progression of time moves on. And like, I get it. I get being like, oh, old tech was better, because a lot of the time it is. And the thing is, there are like legitimate things you can point to for CRTs being an improvement on, like the refresh rate on CRTs versus HD TVs is like actually not even arguable. Like they are just objectively faster for analog signal versus digital signal. But there are other things where it's like, is this actually an improvement, or are you just trying to justify nostalgia, you know?
Shootout. Level 1. Complete.
Like, sometimes those posts read like, oh, you know, back in the day we all ate nails for breakfast, which was a great source of iron in our diet, and the modern people really don't understand this, you know. And it's like, bro, you can just eat bran flakes. You don't need to be eating iron nails.
Fail. Lock. Whistling. Copy. Bump. Power.
You know what CRTs are not good for? Carrying up to the dorm. That's so real. CRTs are so freaking heavy, and if you break them, they are like toxic bombs. They are not good for like health and safety at all. They emit radiation if they break even a little. They have a known hum to them, like they make a buzzing sound that's like distinctive and very loud.
Select destination.
Before college in 2008, for some reason you thought buying a 40-inch CRT was a good idea because it was cheap.
Drifts. Level 9.
I mean, yeah, in theory that does sound like it wouldn't be that bad an idea, but wow, a 40-inch CRT is freaking massive. That's crazy. For 2 years I've carried up 4 flights of stairs to college dorm. Yeesh. I do not envy you. I only lived in a dorm room on college for 1 semester, but I did make a point to get a room on the first floor so that moving would not involve staircases, because staircases sucks to work with. A month or so ago, me and Sturm were helping a friend move some furniture around, and one thing that we had to move involved like, you know those like couches that have an entire mattress, like a fold-out mattress in them? We had to move that thing up a flight of stairs, and let me tell you, you do not want to be moving one of those things up a flight of stairs. It was like a 4-person job just to like, and we were lucky it was only half flight of stairs because they have like a split level house. But if it was like a full flight of stairs, I think someone would have been seriously injured in that process. Like the fact that Sturm came out of that process with just some sore muscles is like a minor blessing. It was crazy. Yeah, it's double weight basically. So yeah, having like the bed shoved inside of it, and it's like the metal frame and like the springs and everything to hold the bed there and like deploy it. And then also like because it was old, the bottom was just like unfinished wood with like nails and like staples. So like if you grabbed the wrong place, you'd just get like stabbed. It was not great. But we survived, thankfully. Even just like getting it into a position that it could be moved up the stairs to begin with was like a difficulty because it's like it was so wide in like every dimension. We had to like move a bunch of other pieces of furniture around just to like get it into a position to even start taking it up the stairs. And then actually getting it up the stairs was like Sturm was on the pulling end, and then it was me and two other friends on the bottom pushing end, and he would basically like get it up like 2 steps, and then everyone at the bottom would just like sit and brace it in place while he would like stop and like take a breath for a second, and then we'd go up like 1 more step. We'd brace it in place. Like at one point, I just had my like entire body underneath like the arm of the couch, like supporting it on my back to like help keep it up. It was crazy.
Scanning.
Like I folded myself in there to get more leverage, which is one of the advantages of being on the smaller side of that friend group. A lot of my friends are very large and tall. I'm like 5'7"-ish. Sisyphus moment. It really was like a multiplayer Sisyphus simulator, the way we were like shoving it up that staircase. Yeah, a lot of my friends are more heavy set. I am the spindly, flexible outlier of the group. They're all physical classes, and I'm a dexterity class.
Rock.
How do we even get on this topic again? Oh, right, we were talking about graphics, which led to talking about CRTs, which led to lifting CRTs, which led to lifting the couch. Rouge? No, Rouge is a fly type character. We remember from Sonic Heroes. Dang it. I love getting into those conversations where it's like, you're just so in the flow of it that you shift like 6 or 7 conversation topics without even like realizing. And then you take a step and look back and you're like, how the hell did we even start talking? Those are always the best.
Scanning.
Shoutouts to the Gonk droid from Star Wars, which is really emblematic of this between Mega and me.
Scanning. Recharge.
Like, I don't remember what the path was that took us there, but I just remember there was one time where you and me, Mega, were just up at like 3 a.m. talking about stuff, and we eventually were like, ended up watching videos about like the Lego Gonk Droid. Like, why the Gonk Droid is like the strongest Star Wars character or something like that. Ooh, top 10 Gonk Droid moments. Alright, this will be a fun one, okay. Number 1 is the time where he goes, bonk. That's his iconic number 1 moment. Number 2 is the time that he was in Lego Star Wars. The number 3 Gonk Droid moment is Super Gonk Droid mode. Yeah, Don Paolo was involved, yeah. That's right. It was, we were talking, well, okay, I'll finish the top 10 first, and I'll recall at least what I can remember of how we got to Gonk Droid. Oh no, my multi-ball. Let's see. Number 4 Gonk Droid moment was that time that he went, boom. Number 5 Gonk Droid moment is the time that there was that Gonk Droid in Jabba the Hutt's lair in episode 6, and it got like boiling oil foot massage treatment. Number 6 Gonk Droid moment is that time when it went, boom. Number 7 Gonk Droid moment was when it was at the Mos Eisley Cantina walking around outside. Number 8 Gonk Droid moment is gonna be that time when the Gonk Droid was standing there doing nothing. The number 9 Gonk Droid moment is that time when it went boom. And number 10 Gonk Droid moment was the time when it went boom. There you go. There's your top 10 Gonk Droid. So yeah, I think it's I like happened to like look back at this conversation like by accident recently. I posted like a meme from Tumblr, I think, that was like that cutscene from Unwound Future where Leighton and Claire are like dating, and then there's Paul in the background like freaking out, and someone edited it to be live Paul reaction, and you were like, what is live Paul reaction? So I explained to you what the live slug reaction meme was, where it's like the I think it's like Rogue One or something has like the first ever gay kiss in a Star Wars movie, and then it cuts to this slug character for like twice as long, and people edited in the picture of the kiss with live slug reaction in the corner, and then that got us to talking about like random at the technical term glup shittos of the Star Wars franchise, which I think we then watched like a top 10 list of glup shittos, and the Gonk Droid was on there, and then we just like looked up the Gonk Droid because I remember that he's in Lego Star Wars and he's very funny. Wow, that was a generationally bad multi-ball. Did you see that shit? I'm so bad at this. I'm just gonna, if I die again, I'm just gonna like put on footage of one of my old speedruns in the background or something instead. I do not have the pinball sauce in me tonight to actually finish this game. I got to the artifact temple on like my first or second try, and then I've failed doing that like 6 more times. I don't know what's up with me tonight. I just don't have it. Oof. I definitely thought I was gonna be dead there. How many artifacts do I have? 11. Okay, I'm almost. If I can make it to the artifact temple, everything should be fine. Because the artifact temple, you basically can't lose unless that bug happens to you, in which case that did kill me. But most of the time, artifact temple is a very safe area. I need to retrain on pinball, play all the Nintendo pinball games. Maybe. I will maybe do that when Metroid Monday finishes. And I'll make it Pinball Punday, or whatever. No, I really wanted an extra ball or a force field there. Bounty multiplier does not help me. Woo. Scary. I hate these jumpy bastards. Dang it! Guys, I'm sorry. I'm growing. I'm just gonna pull up. I'm just gonna pull up an archived copy. Real quick, okay? Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be fine, okay? We're going to my YouTube channel. We're gonna find Metroid Prime Pinball. No, it's fine. You're allowed to keep talking. Okay. Okay. Could always come back to this in the proper time slot. No, we're doing this now. Alright, look at that. Look at that burrower bash. Look at her go. Oh. Oh, this has dialogue for my past self in it. I'm gonna turn that off, I think. I'll just play this music. Look at that. Jackpot grows. Mode completed. Oh, and she's going right into the Beetle Blast. Look at that gameplay. Ooh, look at her go. Ooh, she got the wall jump. Look at that. Artifact collected. That's a gold split artifact collected. Not that it mattered. I think the artifact splits are really silly. Whoa. Hi, Chris. How's it going? I tried doing pinball for like 2 hours and I did very badly. So instead we're just watching a replay of the time I won pinball so that I can talk about it. I don't have the sauce on me right now to do a full pinball run apparently. So we're watching back the old tapes, the classics. I was actively playing it again up until like 2 minutes ago. You got here just in time to miss that. You got the Metroid Mania once again. Oh, you're dyeing your hair? Hell yeah, that's awesome. I was wondering about that because I saw you earlier today and your hair looks fairly normal, and I know you were talking about going purple and red or purple and pink. And when I saw you earlier today, it's like that's not purple or pink. I guess you had just done the bleaching and not the rest of the process yet. I assume. Yeah, that makes sense. Ah, that makes sense. The resident sleeper. Hurry up activated. Oh, we got blocked by that Metroid. That's same as it ever was. That happened to me this stream too. Hurts my voice, told you to tell hi and then promptly fell asleep. That's awesome. Hi, Linda. I hope you have a good rest. You guys missed it earlier. I was talking. I was telling the story of when a couple weeks ago we were helping the moving process and we were moving that giant couch with the bed inside of it. I was telling that story. She woke up to say thank you. Thank you. No, thank you, my friend. It's yours, my friend. That's true, that is you in the replay. I'm kind of blocking you a little bit, but you were there in the chat replay. I do think probably the funniest aspect of this old layout was just the angry Triclops image in the top left. I still have that there. I use it sometimes, but I love that Triclops. Triclops when they see a Morph Ball Samus. Real shit. Actually, I guess we don't have to listen to that title screen music, because I can just play the Metroid Prime music myself. This is where we are right now. You think I need more Triclops? Maybe. I will use you in the path. Yeah. We get out of the way. Ah. You were complaining about Triclops in the past. Make them transparent, just have a little swarm around your gameplay. That would be really silly. But maybe. Triclops should have been the final boss. I agree. I genuinely think that the regular enemies in this pinball game are way harder than the boss fights. Because the regular enemies show up on the bottom half of the screen, which none of the bosses do. But the bottom half of the screen is way more dangerous to have enemies blocking your shots in. Like, it is easy to avoid attacks if, like, it's easy to react to things on the top half of the pinball board. Not as easy to react on the bottom half if bad things start happening. I think video game pinball intrigues you more than actual pinball. It's just like real pinball. That's pretty fair, honestly. I think real pinball is honestly very difficult. Like, that's true of game pinball as well, I guess. But in game pinball, it's like, it's more expected that you will just like be able to try again. Whereas like real pinball is like, oh, if you lose, well, pay us another 50 cents, you know, or whatever. Whereas like video game pinball does not have that monetary incentive, and thus it's usually like, it's usually more lenient, where it's like, it's not trying to kill you because they don't really care if you die, because it's not like they're getting more money if you lose, you know? Gotta go to Wax Moon next time I visit Jared. I assume that's like a pinball parlor of some variety. Arcade games made so much bank. Yeah, it's crazy to think about it. The pay a quarter to play the arcade machine was like a grift, like really unarguable, unbeatable for its time. And they basically, paying once for a video game was like so bad that they had to reinvent pay us a quarter every time you play for the modern era for video games to like make a shit ton of money again. Because then they invented like the microtransaction. You found a free-to-play pinball place behind a record store next to Don's store. That's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. The real question is, what are the vibes like? 'Cause there are many types of arcade establishment these days. There are many genres. Oh, that's not the right music. Also, we're in Phendrana Drifts now. Arcade design kind of fucked up game design for so long, and gamers are still affected by it based on what should be difficult. Yeah, it is like crazy how much that ended up affecting. A little dark, a little dingy, but you're the only people there, so you had 20 plus pinball machines to yourselves. That sounds pretty good vibe-wise. There's certainly much worse options than that. What is my favorite physical arcade game? That... That's a toughie. Whack-a-mole's good. Skee-ball is always a classic. I'm very partial to... There's a arcade machine that is like Connect 4, but basketball, where you have to like shoot hoops. You like shoot basketballs into the Connect 4 like apparatus. I think that one's very fun. So I feel like the regular hoops game, like it's fun, but it is kind of just, you know, do the same shot basically over and over. Whereas Connect 4 hoops requires more, like, it requires like a different skill set. Like, you're not speed shooting, you're trying to like finesse into these specific slots on the board so that you can build a Connect 4 board that will beat your opponent. I also... Oh, we're in the phase on mines now. Let me switch the music again. I don't think I have phase on mines, so we're playing Magmore Caverns. The hoops that move back and forth, those are good. Let's see. I also am a fan of the arcade machine that's like a... I mean, it's basically just like a punching bag, pretty much. It's like a punching bag hanging down from an apparatus, and then you smash it, and it measures your force. I think it's very simple. It's a very short gameplay experience, but I think it's fun to just like wham, you know, give it a good wallop. If I ever saw one of those strength testers with like a hammer and a button, I would absolutely play it, but I don't think they really make those anymore. You fucked your hand up real bad on that. Yeah, that's true. I do recall that. It was unfortunate. But that's all the artifacts. We're going back. We're gonna revenge the artifact temple. And this time, in this footage, I will not die to a random game bug. Crane games are fun when you win, yeah, but they are kind of like, when you don't win, they're so frustrating. Because it's like, a lot of the time, it's not even that you did it bad, it's just that you were simply not fated to win, because a lot of them have systems where the claw strength just sucks until a certain number of coins have been put in. Which, like, yeah, sometimes there are ways to play around that, but a lot of the time it's just like, your win or loss was decided before you even started moving the claw, which is unfortunate. The roll of the quarter in, you want to hit things in the machine, that's a fun one. That's fun. Although I do think it's older brother coin pushers. I almost just said coin pushers, which is not anything. Coin pushers, I think, are a devil's trap. I don't think coin pushers are good. They look very appealing, and they certainly give you the numbers go up. But I think the coin pushers, like when you actually play them, it's a very hollow sort of experience. And especially at places like round 1 where they like charge different amounts for the different machines, the coin pushers are they cost so many points to play one of those, and it's like not worth it. It's not worth it. Next stream, Arcade and Tower Unite, 2 hours of coin pusher. Alright, we are in the impact crater now. You're going to fight the titular Metroid Prime once we unlock the special ability. The Force Ball, which is definitely a move in Metroid Prime. The Force Ball, where you charge your Morph Ball up with green energy. Hang on a second. Green energy? No. I can't. I shan't say. But you charge up your Morph Ball with this sort of green energy, and then you smash it into the Metroid Prime, and it does a lot of damage. Stream idea, name that game tune with co-host playing coin pusher in the background. That's so ridiculous. Name that game tune with physical challenges. That would also be crazy. Ooh, look at her go. She's getting that Force Ball loop. She's getting that Metroid Prime defeated. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Rest well. Have a good day at work. I'll be streaming again on Wednesday. Something that you might be interested in. I will probably be checking out Pokemon Champions, so tune in for that. Oh, she's fumbling. She can't get that slide. Come on, you got this past Nina. Oh, right up in there. Get that Troid, yeah. That's what it's about. Now it's in second form, and you get a free extra ball. Which you need, because you died immediately. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? That is gonna be the capture test indeed. That is gonna be the first stream using a new capture card that I have purchased. I have invested in, because I was so let down by my old capture card's performance when I was trying to do the Mario 64 glove. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Go back to Metroid Prime. This is basically anime. You know the hero wins. That's true. But not how. Yeah, I'm playing the songs through Windows Media Player, and I just have it on shuffle, so it just randomly shuffled into another song on my library after the Metroid Prime theme ended. What's it gonna be? Charged up with the green energy. There it is. Look at that. And it does a little flourish. Zooms in, and you can see the Samus ball roll by, and then the credits roll. And that's Metroid Prime Pinball. Definitely played by me in real time. And now you can see my YouTube recommendations. That out of there. You can see the two things that I've been watching recently are Overwatch videos and Steven Universe videos. Anyway, yeah, that's Metroid Prime Pinball. It's very cool and very fun, and I like it. It's a fun little game. I like that it is a retelling in a way of the Metroid Prime story. I think that's like a very cool thing for them to have done. And it's also just like a fun game when you're not losing. It's more fun on DS hardware. If you get the chance, if you ever come across this in like a convention or something, definitely pick this game up if you have a DS or a 3DS. It's very fun. I would heavily recommend. But with that, we are done for today. Thank you for tuning in to Metroid Monday. I will be back on Wednesday, as I said, with probably Pokemon Champions, most likely. I'll be checking out how that game works. Should be interesting. And then I will return next Monday with Metroid Zero Mission. Look forward to it. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.